Namaste. The heart is the center of who we are. It's the center of our feeling capacity. And by feeling, I don't mean emotion, but rather our ability to intuitively perceive reality as it is. Until the heart's natural power is awakened, which is to say, its energy is drawn inward and sent upward toward the brain, our capacity for spiritual growth is going to be very limited. And that's what our class is about today, bringing a lot of energy into the heart and directing it up to the brain, that we may cultivate a greater and greater ability to see reality as it is, to see ourselves as we truly are, which is the ever-perfect soul. So, let's come into a comfortable sitting position. Badri will assist in this class. Sit upright with a straight spine, your palms upright anywhere on the thighs, perhaps closer to the abdomen is better still. Close the eyes, lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. And let's begin to breathe with Ojai breath, a slight constriction at the back of the throat that narrows the passageway for the air, and thus the ocean roar sound is made as you breathe through the nose, both in and out through the nose. Let's do some Ojai breathing. And try to feel with Ojai the rising currents as you inhale, the descending current as you exhale. It's not difficult, it's not real subtle at all. Just allow yourself to get in that flow with the breath. And as you focus on those currents, notice as they pass through the heart chakra, in the center of the chest, right near the physical heart. And as the current, upward and downward current, pass that point, mentally chant Om at the heart. And give it a resounding Om, like a great church bell, perhaps, it just resonating through your entire consciousness. One more breath. And after you exhale, just sit quietly for a moment and concentrate on the heart. Keep your gaze turned to the point between the eyebrows, but your concentration is on the heart. And just feel that part of your energy anatomy. It's a place of tremendous natural power, but it tends to get misdirected into myriad likes and dislikes that keep us from channeling that energy to the brain. So let's begin to warm up the body now for our practice. So let's open the eyes, come up onto hands and knees. We're going to do alternate arm and leg extensions. So left arm and right leg first. As you inhale, stretch the left arm and right leg forward where your mirror image is here. As you exhale, hand back behind, knee toward forehead. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, curl in. Couple more times. Squeeze in both directions. Squeeze the back of the body as you inhale. Front of the body as you exhale. One more time. And back to all fours. Let's do the opposite side now. Left leg and right arm. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, squeeze in. Just keep moving at the pace your breath wants to move. Two more times. And back to all fours. And let's come up to standing position. Okay, we're going to be doing a number of things with the shoulders today, so I want to do a little bit of opening up of the shoulders. And remember, we have the warm-up video online for a more thorough warm-up, which we highly recommend before these classes. So let's do some large circles of the arms. Tensing the arms, double inhaling up, relaxing as you double exhale down. One more. And reverse your direction. Squeeze up, release down. One more. Okay. Let's shake out the shoulders a little bit, and let's bring the arms overhead and hold opposite elbows, and just let the shoulders release a little bit. You might like to walk the hands down toward the shoulders along the upper arms. And perhaps even bring the elbows back behind you, but keep your pelvis tucked. One more breath. And let's release, inhaling up, exhaling behind. Interlace the fingers, and let's inhale, lift the hands and the chest. Exhale, relax them. Inhale, lift again, really squeeze back side of the body, and relax. And again, open up, relax one more time. And relax, and come into Tadasana. Close the eyes, lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. We're ready for our asana practice now. Put your concentration in the heart chakra. Again and again, whenever you think of it during this practice, come into that awareness of the center of your being, right in the chest. Keep that awareness now as we do balancing pose, Garudasana Eagle pose. Shift the weight onto the left leg and bring the right leg around, either with toes resting lightly on the floor or off, like Badri is doing. And bring the left arm up in front, right arm underneath and around, palms together or backs of the hands together if you can't get the palms, or even just shoulder to shoulder. The breath flowing. Feel like the arms are wrapped around the heart, calling your attention into that area as you open the back side of the heart. You feel the shoulder blades even stretching apart. Silently affirm, at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. Feel the pose, calming the heart's energy. Emotion agitates the heart. Feeling calms the heart. And let's release the arms. Inhale, stretch open. Release the leg. Come back to Tadasana. Close the eyes and again, just go into the heart. Between the active poses in this practice, it's a wonderful idea to just put your attention in the heart and silently chant Om there. Silently but powerfully. Let's do the other side. Shift the weight to the right leg and wrap the left leg around. Right arm up in front, left arm underneath and around. Again, keep the breath flowing smoothly. This is what we were doing earlier, chanting Om as the energy breath passed through the heart. Do the same thing now. As you hold this pose, just feel you're concentrating energy in the heart chakra. Silently affirm, at the center of life's storms, I stand serene. let's release the arms, inhaling open. Exhaling back to Tadasana. Shoulders relaxed, you might want to shake them out a little bit. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. Put your concentration even deeper in the heart. It's not that we have to bring a lot of energy to the heart. The heart is already full of energy. We just need to direct it. In the next couple asanas, we're going to be using another aid to direct the heart's energy. Anjali Mudra, the simple position, palms together, fingers upright position. The magnetism of the hands, the magnetism of the fingers will help to direct energy through the heart up toward the brain. First through Parshvottanasana. Side stretching pose. Okay? We're going to have the left foot forward and the right foot back. And if it works for you to bring the palms together behind you, please do. Otherwise, bring the arms together and hold opposite elbows behind you, like Badri's demonstrating. If neither of those works, just keep the hands in front. Whatever is going to be appropriate for your body. Let's inhale, long spine. Keep the long spine as you exhale, forward, out over left leg. Back of the neck is long. Breath is flowing smoothly. Try to feel the effect of the magnetism of the hands on your heart, directing the heart's energy to the brain. One last inhale. And then exhale and release fully into Parshvottanasana. Just let the chest, head come down wherever they come to naturally. Again, try to feel now gravity, the force of subtle gravity working on the heart's energy, attracting it to the brain. And especially if you have your hands in Anjali Mudra, front or behind, use the will to consciously augment their power to direct that energy to the brain. Silently affirm, I offer myself fully into the flow of grace. I offer myself fully into the flow of grace. And let's bend the left knee, inhaling, coming up, release the arms, stretch up and step forward. Exhaling, relax arms down to Tadasana. Let the body relax, shoulders soften. Just go into the heart. Just offering the heart's energies into the flow of grace. Let's do the opposite side now. Step the left leg back. Right leg forward, arms behind or in front as you prefer. Let's inhale. Exhaling, long spine out over right leg. Just a couple breaths here, lengthening the spine as much as possible. Feel like the energies of the hands are helping you lengthen. In the next exhalation, go ahead and release all the way down to your comfortable place. Bending the forward knee, the right knee, if you need to, in order to have the low spine be comfortable. Silently affirm, I offer myself fully into the flow of grace. I offer myself fully into the flow of grace. One more breath. And let's bend the right knee, inhaling up, stepping forward, stretching tall. Exhaling, relaxing arms down. Let the body soften. Soften into the heart. Having a soft heart doesn't mean there's no energy in the heart. A lot of energy. Let's do standing backward bend. Also a little different variation than we often do with the hands behind. Let's step the left leg back. And again, bring the arms into the same position as they were behind you, either palms together or holding opposite elbows. And if you need, in front instead. Bend the right knee out over right ankle. And let's inhale and lift through the heart. Open the front of the body. Lift your gaze. Feel the arms behind you are contributing to opening up the center of the chest and lifting its energy up to the brain. Feel that energy itself is affirming, I am free. I am free. And let's release the arms. Inhale, reach up and step forward. Exhaling, bring the arms back down to Tadasana. Again, soften into the heart. Chant Om silently at the heart center. Just feel that resounding sound of the sacred syllable, awakening your heart's energy. Let's do the other side. Step the right foot back. Left knee bent over left ankle. Arms behind or in front. Inhale, lift up. Use the arms to help you lift the chest. Breath flows smoothly and abundantly through the heart. Just notice as the breath flows through the heart on its upward and its downward course. Silently affirm, I am free. I am free. And let's release the arms. Inhaling, stretch up, step forward. Exhaling, relax, arms down. Let's come into Tadasana now. Let's close the eyes. Feel that openness, that lifted quality through the heart. All right, let's open the eyes and spread the feet wide apart for Parshvottanasana, side angle pose. Left leg turns out, right leg turns in. And bending left knee into deep lunging position, left elbow to thigh or hand to floor, right arm up and over the top. Try to keep the spine long and the right arm in line with your spine, gazing forward or turning your gaze up. But focus on the heart, especially as the energy moves through your heart. Very powerful flow in this asana. Silently affirm, I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. Let's inhale, reach up, coming back to upright toes, forward, relax, arms down, close the eyes, and just enjoy that power coursing through the center of the chest. Direct it upward. Just feel like whenever you feel a lot of energy in the heart, latch onto your own highest aspirations and unite the two, that energy may rise. Let's do the other side. Right leg turns out, left leg rotates in. Again, lunge over to the side and elbow to thigh or hand to floor, left arm up and over the top. If you don't need to have your eyes open, close them and just focus on the heart as the life force pours through the heart. awakening it even more. You silently affirm, I'm a fountain of boundless energy and power. Just a few more breaths. Keep them long and smooth. It's a wonderful pose to hold for a while and get an increasing sense of awakening in the heart. One more. And let's inhale. Reach up. And relax. Arms down. Step the feet back together, back to Tadasana. Close the eyes and just feast on the life force in the heart. Like your heart, it's almost getting too big to be confined within the body anymore. And let's come down to the floor now, onto our knees. Just briefly in Vajrasana here, sitting back on the heels. Just allow the energies of the legs to relax. The weight of the upper body, squeeze any tensions out of the legs. And now let's come forward into child pose, preparatory for hare pose. A wonderful asana for magnetizing the spine generally, but today let's focus especially on a particular part of the energy spine, the heart chakra. Grasp the heels firmly, bring the forehead close to the knees, inhaling, lifting the hips up, stretching arms straight. And again, concentrate in the heart center. Feel like the heart is reaching forward. And the grip of your hands on the heels is not restricting that, it's merely facilitating a greater opening. Mentally affirm, I am master of my energy. I am master of myself. Master of my energy. I am master of myself. One more breath. Let's get a little bit more opening across the back of the chest. And let's exhale. Release back to Balasana. Let the body soften. Feel like the heart's energies just expand after that asana. All right, let's come up onto all fours now. For Rajakapatasana, Royal Pigeon pose. Let's slide the left knee forward, just inside the left wrist. Slide the right leg back behind you. And slowly walk the hands in, coming up to more and more upright position. Tuck the tailbone. Make sure the pelvis is tucked. Chest lifted, gaze lifted. And come up on the fingertips if you like to get more lift, more length through the spine. Wonderful opening for the chest. Just breathe into the opening. Just feel the heart naturally lifting in this asana. Just away from any regrets of the past or fears of the future. Into the present, the only place where God is. And let's release and come back onto all fours once again. Just pause for a moment. The spine nice and straight. Breathe through the spine a couple times. And let's bring the Right knee forward between the hands. Now slide back through the left leg. Walk the hands in and up. Lift not just from the heart, but lift from the pressing the back of the left leg and the outer right thigh into the floor. Feel the lengthening, the rising starts there and rises up through the heart. Silently affirm, I rise above all thought of past and future into the eternal now. And let's release. And come into comfortable cross-legged sitting position. Close the eyes, lift the gaze. Now let's get a little deeper opening of that centermost part of your anatomy through Ardha Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist. Bring the right foot to the outer left hip and cross the left foot over the right knee, or keep it by the right shin if that crossover lifts your buttocks too much, or even use a prop to sit on to help to level the pelvis. Bring the left hand behind, right hand to left knee, inhaling. Exhaling, rotating left, leading with the navel, just breath by breath, come around. Feel the energy of the body being squeezed up into the heart area. When it reaches the heart, it just wants to overflow, not in loss, but in giving. Silently affirm, I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. And let's release now. Coming back to center, into hero pose, left knee over right knee. Interlace fingers on the left knees. Close the eyes. Let the body come untwist fully back to center. And let's twist the other direction. Interchange the positions of the legs. Right arm behind, left hand to right knee. Inhale, get a lot of length in the spine, and then with the exhale, lead with your navel, round to the side, breath by breath, opening, squeezing the life force up through the spine to the heart, until it just bursts out in all directions. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. I radiate love and goodwill to soul friends everywhere. Let's inhale, lengthen, exhale, and rotate back to center. Come into Virasana once again. This time right knee over left. Put your concentration in the heart. Silently chant Om there. Feel almost more like you're listening to the chanting of Om at the heart than making it happen. Okay, let's open the eyes once again. We're going to do Gomukhasana, face of light pose, a wonderful asana for opening through the front of the chest, through the shoulders, great heart opening asana. We're already in the great starting position for it. Just bring the right arm behind, bend the elbow up, left arm overhead, bend the arm down, interlock fingers. If that doesn't work for you, use a strap or even a piece of clothing to unite the hands behind you. Make sure they're united. The pose will be much more effective, much more powerful opening if you can unite them either by interlocking fingers or with the strap. Try not to shorten this right side of the torso. Okay? Keep it, both sides, equally long. Chest lifting, opening. Chant Om at the heart center. Mentally affirming, free in my heart, I live without fear. Free in my heart, I live without fear. And let's release. Reach up overhead and bring the arms down. Relax, shake out the shoulders. Let's just pause for a moment between sides. Now you can turn your attention totally to the heart. Just feel its power growing inside of you. Let's do the other side now. Interchange the positions of the legs. And let's bring the left arm behind, right arm up overhead. Interlock fingers or use the strap as you wish. Try to keep both sides of the torso equally long. Don't let this left side contract. And close the eyes behind closed eyelids. Lift your gaze to the point between the eyebrows. Feel that rising sensation that comes with the realization of the unlimited power of the heart. Mentally repeating, free in my heart, I live without fear. Free in my heart, I live without fear. And let's release the arms. Again, shake out shoulders a bit and just sit quietly for a moment in hero pose, eyes closed and gaze upturned. Feel that the heart feels like it's a greater and greater portion of who you are. Or in fact, it's the essence of who you are. Let's do one more asana. I'm going to do Viparita Karani. Simple inverted pose. So Badri will bring a blanket with shoulders on the blanket, head off the blanket. He'll raise the legs, bring the hips up, bring the hands to the base of the spine, the fingers to the tailbone. That's a key part of this asana. So the body is not straight up and down. Once again, working with the energies of the hands to, this time, to loosen the Kundalini energy at the base of the spine so subtle gravity can draw it toward the brain. And as that cascade of energy flows through the spine, feel it taking the heart's energy with it to the brain. As you silently affirm, awake my sleeping powers, awake. Awake my sleeping powers, awake. Keep lifting up through the body. Even in that lifting, you feel somehow the energies of the heart more easily able to flow toward the brain. One more breath. And then under control, slowly lower the body back to the floor. Just pause for a moment here. And then take the blanket out from underneath you. And just lie in corpse pose for a few breaths here, very short relaxation, just to let this practice of moving the body in various positions come to a halt. Feel that as you relax, you're relaxing into the heart, all the released bodily tensions easily flowing into the heart. You don't have to will it to happen, just have to relax the heart. Just open the heart and it will happen. The energies of the arms, the shoulders, which are getting a little bit of a stretch in this class. Areas of the legs, energies of the entire torso is flowing into the heart. Keep concentrating in the heart now. As we prepare to come to upright, bring the knees up to the chest, wrap your arms around them, squeeze them in, and roll side to side across the spine a few times. And over to one side. And let's come up to a sitting position, cross-legged on the floor. Or in a chair. Close the eyes, lift the gaze to the point between the eyebrows. Return to that Ojai breath that we did at the beginning of the class, that ocean roar sound in the throat as you breathe through the nose. And let Ojai help you to tune in to the spinal currents rising with each inhalation, descending with each exhalation. And as they pass through the heart, mentally chant Om. Feel as if the currents themselves are like ringing a gong as they pass through the heart. And you're listening to that magical, powerful, sacred sound of Om. Now stay centered in the heart. And you can discard Ojai if you wish, or you can keep it going. But we're going to do a prayer affirmation of Paramahansa Yogananda. It's one of my very favorite ones. Wonderful affirmation or prayer, however you like to think of it, for opening the heart. It's a longer one. I'm going to ask you to do it along with me as you get the feel for it, rather than doing it call and response, as we sometimes do with affirmations. So I'll say it once through, and then I'll go a little bit more slowly for you to follow. Divine Mother, with the language of my soul, I demand thy presence. Thou art the essence of everything, and I am thy child. I'm awake in thy presence, for thou art the light. Make me see thee in every fiber of my being, in every wisp of thought. Awaken my heart. Along with me. Divine Mother, with the language of my soul, I demand thy presence. Thou art the essence of everything, and I am thy child. I'm awake in thy presence, for thou art the light. Make me see thee in every fiber of my being, in every wisp of thought. Awaken my heart. Divine Mother, with the language of my soul, I demand thy presence. Thou art the essence of everything, and I am thy child. I'm awake in thy presence, for thou art the light. Make me see thee in every fiber of my being, in every wisp of thought. Awaken my heart. Divine Mother, with the language of my soul, I demand thy presence. Thou art the essence of everything, and I am thy child. I'm awake in thy presence, for thou art the light. Make me see thee in every fiber of my being, in every wisp of thought. Awaken my heart. Divine Mother, with the language of my soul, I demand thy presence. Thou art the essence of everything, and I am thy child. I'm awake in thy presence, for thou art the light. Make me see thee in every fiber of my being, in every wisp of thought. Awaken my heart. Awaken my heart. Awaken my heart. Awaken my heart. Awaken. prepare the mind to come back to your outward state of awareness as well as inward. And as you're ready, slowly open the eyes again. And as you go into outward activity, continue to focus on the heart. Send its energies to other people as you encounter them. They don't even need to know that you're doing it. But if you do it, they will feel a difference. And so will you. Joy to you.